So what are your thoughts about this GameStop Expo?
It was my first time to the GameStop Expo, and it's amazing. You know, I mean, you see the, yesterday we had a bunch of the GameStop managers who were here doing their seminars and their classes. You know, and today it's the general public came in, and I mean, it's just, anytime you get to a venue where you got such, you know, diehard gamers, you know, gather in one place, it's always exciting. I mean, the energy in this place is just crazy. I mean, there's, you know, Barry Sanders was here yesterday for the Madden 25, and you know, at Turtle Beach, you know, is here with their amazing audio headsets, and I mean, you know, it's just such a great place. I mean, and to do it in Vegas, where you know, nobody ever sleeps anyway, because I think the casinos are pumped with extra oxygen or something. But yeah, it's a great energy. It's a great place to be.
You've done so many video game voices. Who's like the go-to that people always want to hear you say?
Well, it's funny, you know, there's a lot of Uncharted fans, so they want to hear Nathan Drake, which is pretty much my voice. So I'm not really doing much. But Dr. Richtofen from Call of Duty, they always want to hear the doctor talk, and I actually got one today for Sigmund from Ratchet & Clank. I was very excited about that because I haven't been able to do Sigmund for a long time. But the go-to's usually Uncharted, Nathan Drake.
I heard some Deadpool requests.
Lately, Deadpool's been a big one, but you know, Deadpool's completely schizophrenic, and he's got like all three of those different voices. So I like to try to mix in all three of them for them. So it's been. It's funny thing is, sometimes I get a kid up there who's a little younger than, you know, rated M on the box, and I get a little embarrassed. I'm like, oh, and you know, the parents sitting back there taking pictures. I'm like, Dad, you really shouldn't let them play this. I say some really horrible things. But, you know, give them a little of the clean version of Deadpool, and everybody's happy.
I heard one father say he's very mature for his age.
That's the way he justifies it. That's fine with me. My 10-year-old isn't playing it, but I'll save it. He'll play it a bit later. Yeah.
What's it like for your kids to hear you in so many different games?
You know, right now my oldest has just really gotten into Uncharted, and it's a little funny when you're walking downstairs to make some coffee in the morning, and he's already on the multiplayer, and you're hearing yourself dying and screaming and yelling and doing taunts, and yeah, it gets a little disconcerting sometimes when you know, Daddy falls off a cliff because you didn't play the game right. But you know, I mean, it's fun. It's fun for them. It's fun for their friends. Some of the games that we get to play, and again, they're still young enough where they don't get to play all the games that I'm in, but. Like I said, I like to keep them on the shelf, and at a certain point they'll get to play them and see just how twisted their father really is. Yeah.
One of the big draws here, just like it was at E3, is next gen. PS4 is right behind us here. What do you think PS4 would add to the equation when a new Uncharted someday comes out?
You know, I think I've seen some of the prototypes of the PS4, and I know that, you know, a lot of the developers I'm working with that are, you know, use the PS4. I mean, it's an amazing machine, and I think it's going to step up the game for every game, whether it's Uncharted, you know, God of War. I mean, Call of Duties. All these games are going to benefit from just the technology that they're putting out. I mean, it's, you know, when we think we've reached the pinnacle of what a game can look like, some genius somewhere, you know, makes it a little bit better and opens up the avenue for an opportunity to make a game even more cinematic, more of an experience. And I think the PS4 is going to be pretty amazing. It's going to push those boundaries even further. You know, we were talking to some people here today about, you know, Uncharted Drake's Fortune, how amazing that was when it came out. And then Uncharted 2 came out a couple years later, and it blew the graphics away. And then 3 has done that. And now, you know, I've seen some stuff, gameplay on that they're testing for, I don't remember what game it was, but they were doing some testing on the PS4, and I couldn't believe it was gameplay. I mean, it's extraordinary technology, and you know, gamers, I've said this before, gamers are much more sophisticated. Gamers are much more savvy, and they demand and they deserve that kind of quality in gaming, and the PS4 is going to deliver that.